Hello, I'm Dr. Soumya, obstetrician, gynecologist, fertility specialist, laparoscopy and robotic surgeon at Akkineni Hospitals, Vijayawada. Hope you're in good health. Let's discuss some essential points today. If you're joining us today, it's probably because you, or maybe someone you really care about, is navigating the often complex and honestly sometimes overwhelming world of reproductive health. The journey to starting or growing a family is incredibly personal, and sometimes, it involves uncovering hidden challenges we just never saw coming. Today, we are going to shine a spotlight on one of those unseen hurdles, Asherman syndrome. My goal here is to guide you through this material with total clarity and empathy. We are going to take a medical mystery that often hides in the shadows of fertility struggles and just completely break it down. By the end of this, you'll have a really solid understanding of what this condition actually is, and more importantly, the incredible paths available to restore uterine health. To make sure we cover everything, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the hidden fertility challenge itself, then the causes of uterine scarring, followed by its impact on reproductive health. After that, we'll cover diagnosing and treating Ashermans, and finally, prognosis and future fertility. Okay, let's dive into section 1, the hidden fertility challenge, a fertility mystery. I want to pose a direct question to you right off the bat. Have you ever wondered how a completely routine procedure, something really common after a pregnancy or a miscarriage, could actually go on to affect future fertility? It's kind of a startling thought, right? We usually think of these routine medical events as closing a chapter, but sometimes they are secretly writing the beginning of a brand new, totally unexpected challenge. So let's look at exactly what that challenge is. And that brings us to the core definition. Asherman syndrome, which you might also hear doctors call intrauterine adhesions, is basically a condition where scar tissue develops inside the uterus. So normally, the inside of the uterus is lined with this healthy endometrial tissue. Think of that healthy tissue as a lush, welcoming, nutrient-rich garden, right? It's perfectly prepped to nurture a growing embryo. But with Asherman's, the healing process goes a bit sideways and scar tissue forms instead. And this scar tissue, it acts less like a welcoming garden and a lot more like concrete. It literally causes the uterine walls to stick together, which fundamentally changes the entire environment inside the uterus. Moving right along to section 2, causes of uterine scarring. How does it form? Let's uncover how the body's internal healing process can sometimes misfire. So the absolutely crucial point here is understanding the specific triggers. The most frequent culprit behind Asherman syndrome is a dilation and curettage procedure. You probably know it as a D&C. This is especially true for D&Cs performed after a miscarriage or childbirth. But that's not the only trigger. The source material points out that this scarring can also happen after cesarean sections, pelvic infections, or even certain other specific uterine surgeries. In all of these scenarios, the underlying issue is basically the same. During that post-procedure healing phase, the body overcorrects. So instead of regenerating that soft, healthy endometrial tissue, it lays down tough scar tissue right inside the uterine cavity. Section 3, impact on reproductive health, effects on fertility. Now that we know how it forms, we really need to understand the real-world impact this has. This brilliantly illustrates the stark contrast between a healthy reproductive system and one dealing with Asherman's. In a healthy uterine environment, that soft endometrial tissue does exactly what it's built to do. It allows an embryo to implant properly and securely. But in an Asherman's environment, that physical barrier of scar tissue changes everything. Because the walls are quite literally sticking together, it acts as a physical blockade. This prevents implantation and leaves the uterus unable to support a developing pregnancy. The severity of the condition definitely depends on the extent of the scarring, but the symptoms, they can be deeply distressing. First, we see menstrual changes. You might notice periods becoming significantly lighter than they used to be, or honestly, they might just stop entirely. Then there's infertility. Because the embryo physically cannot implant properly into that scarred wall, getting pregnant becomes incredibly difficult. And perhaps the most heartbreaking symptom is recurrent miscarriage. Even if implantation does somehow occur, a scarred uterine cavity often simply cannot support the developing pregnancy. I really want to acknowledge how heavy this information is. Navigating lighter periods, unexplained infertility, and the sheer grief of recurrent miscarriages. It takes an immense emotional toll. But identifying these symptoms is the very first step toward a solution. And that brings us to section 4, diagnosing and treating Asherman's, paths to restoration. This is a major turning point as we shift from the problem to the highly effective solutions modern medicine has to offer. Let's see how this builds into a clear clinical protocol for care. The really encouraging news here is that Asherman syndrome is very often treatable, and the process is surprisingly streamlined. Step 1 is the hysteroscopy. This is the absolute gold standard for diagnosis. It's a minimally invasive procedure where specialists insert a tiny camera into the uterus, allowing them to directly visualize the scar tissue and accurately figure out its severity. Now here is where it gets incredibly efficient. Step 2 is surgical adhesiolysis, and it often uses that exact same minimally invasive hysteroscopic technique. Using super delicate instruments, surgeons carefully separate and remove the adhesions. The key word here is precision. They are working meticulously to remove the scar tissue while preserving as much of the healthy uterine lining as possible. Finally, we have step 3, post-operative care. Once the surgery is done, the focus shifts entirely to healing. To prevent any new scar tissue from forming while the uterus recovers, doctors will often use hormonal therapy, or they might temporarily place an IUD inside the cavity just to keep the walls physically separated while they heal. Which leads us to our final section, section 5, prognosis and future fertility. What comes next? Because after treatment, the natural question is, where do we go from here? Well, the objective of all these medical interventions is incredibly specific. The ultimate goal is to completely restore the normal shape and function of the uterus. We want to break up that concrete and recreate that welcoming garden we talked about earlier. By clearing out the adhesions and supporting the healing process, the medical team is giving the endometrium the chance it desperately needs to regenerate. They're intentionally creating the absolute best possible environment for an embryo to successfully implant and for a healthy pregnancy to thrive. Now, what's really powerful about this final takeaway is this exact thought. A diagnosis of uterine scarring does not mean the end of your fertility journey. Yes, Asherman syndrome is a hidden, often scary challenge. And yes, the impacts on the menstrual cycle and fertility are daunting for sure. But the medical tools we have today, from precise hysteroscopic diagnosis to delicate surgical adhesiolysis, are just remarkably effective. With timely evaluation and expert treatment, so many women are able to regain their reproductive potential and go on to achieve healthy, successful pregnancies. So I leave you with this final thought. If you or someone you love is facing unexplained fertility challenges or strange cycle changes after a routine procedure, could exploring the possibility of hidden scarring actually be the key to unlocking a brand new chapter in your fertility journey. Thank you so much for focusing in and learning with me today.